Alright, hey everyone. Welcome back to some more drafts in the Forgotten Realms. Well, so last time we got 7 wins, which was fantastic. It definitely seems like this is a dirtier format, but is still a format that... It's not as dirty as Strixhaven, but it's dirtier than most formats. Find your bomb, get it through. There are definitely some bombs that can win the game on their own. There are cards that could adventure through dungeons on their own, which just provides so much value. But like one of the things that seems people are having an issue with is deciding colors. So, the thing that I usually do, and maybe I don't do it now because it doesn't show up, but usually my first pack I declare that I'm 4 colors, second pack I declare I'm 3, and then the last pack I declare I am 2. That way I'm always open for the colors. I should get the colors I need in time. That being said, I've had, like, my last draft, I was 3 colors by the time Pack 1 was done, so it just kind of depends. This format has a lot of monocolored, so you find a good bomb, you could usually have that color be one of your 2 colors. Alright. Treasure Vault is not a bomb, sorry to tell you that. Cool card, though. Portable Hole is nice, and Rally Maneuver is a blowout spell. Trying to see if there's anything, like, fantastic. Yeah, I think it's either Portable Hole or Rally Maneuver. Because we are in limited, I'm going to put Rally Maneuver above Portable Hole. None of these cards are bad, but this one's not good enough. And, yeah, nothing, like, stands out as fantastic. Fate's Reversal's not bad. There's a lot of white, so if I pick white, I'm going to get more white later. Hole is permanence, that is true, but how many cards cost 2 or less in... Well, then again, you play it on turn 1. It can take out tokens? Sure, we'll try Portable Hole. I like the concept of it. Rally Maneuver is a great blowout, though. Can't help backseating. Yep, it's alright. I'm going to try Portable Hole. They're both pretty good. I just thought Rally Maneuver is slightly better, but it doesn't really matter. And Cloister Gargoyle or Bag of Holding? We are white, so Cloister Gargoyle's perfectly fine here. So Bag of Holding. Getting 1 Bag of Holding won me a game previously. Just that 1 Bag of Holding being able to loot through in slower drafts is fantastic. But Cloister Gargoyle is a win condition when you just adventure a lot. So if I pick Cloister Gargoyle, the question is, will this rotate? My answer is no. I think the Bag of Holding is good no matter what deck I end up being. So I'm going to pick the Bag of Holding. But the Cloister Gargoyle was very close. Wish doesn't really work in Limited. Shisra, Death Whisperer. That's a pretty good effect, but it's also like very... So it's a 4-mana 1/3 is the main issue with it. Yeah. If it made them lose 2 life and then you draw a card, then this would also be a win condition. This is card draw, which is cool, but it's like 4-mana 1/3 draw a card could sometimes be bad. Mimic, I'd rather pick Clattering Skeletons, something that's actually like strong. Rhyme Shield, Frostgiant, Clattering Skeletons, something of that nature. Because I do want to, like, I'm not picking Shisara because it forces 2 colors, and it's a really weird card. But other than that, I want good cards. So either Rhyme Shield, Frostgiant for just the 5-mana 4/5, or Clattering Skeletons for the Venture Trigger. Probably just the Rhyme Shield. It is double blue, but we're gonna try it. You see a pair of goblins. Remember, I said that we are 4 colors until we get to the next pack. So, create 2 1/1 red goblins at instant speed is pretty cool. Paladin's Shield. I actually do like Paladin's Shield myself. Sign of Stygia is a great card, just tapping down, holding them off. Yeah, I think I'm going with Sign of Stygia. You see a pair of goblins is not a bad card at all. That being said, everything we've picked so far says we are slow. And Sign of Stygia likes slow decks, where See a Pair of Goblins likes aggressive decks. So I'm going to go with Sign of Stygia. Alright. White Dragon. Hey, look at that. We'd have 2 Shisras if we wanted that color, but I don't want that color right now. I'd rather pick White Dragon, and it looks like we might be Azorius Control then. White Dragon is just a fantastic top end. We already have Portable Hole with it. Like, 2 wishes. This is pick 6. This is another wish, everyone. So, that's actually pretty funny. Alright. You find some prisoners is pretty good. As I said, we're not committed to white-blue. Celestial Unicorn doesn't really work when we have no life gain. So, I do respect leather armor more than others. My general theme is I'm just not... My decision is I'm not going to commit to white-blue because the fact that we have no white-blue and we pass so much red tells me red might be available. Yeah, I'm going to go with you find some prisoners, I think, because it can destroy artifacts and it can, like, give me early game if I need it, late game if I need it. Otherwise, don't you dare pick Wish on me. Alright, Half-Elf Monk is better than Potion of Healing. Boulette. Alright, so I think if we could pick Boulette and basically say the one color we're not is black. Otherwise, we pick Half-Elf Monk and commit to this control format. I think white is probably going to be one of our colors, because Portable Hole plus White Dragon is already fantastic, so I'll pick one that I know is going to be in the color over speculating for other colors. Clever Lumimancer. Love that card. Love that card. Alright. Seems like black is kind of open, which is kind of sucks because that's one of the few colors I don't have. Back to mine. Paladin's Shield. We knew there was going to be white. White and green is still around. That's good to know. We knew white was going to be around because there's only so many white cards. I think I am going to pick the Paladin's Shield. Mimic is not bad later on. It is one of those cards that you hold up mana and you feel better, and then you just Bag of Holding these away. So Mimic and Bag of Holding actually work really well together. But I think the first Paladin's Shield is better, and it's less likely than Mimics. Alright. Gloomstalker, we don't really have any adventures. And Spare Dagger's not... Spike Trap is still a removal. It's a 6-mana removal, I know, but it's still removal. Spare Dagger is a much worse removal. Doesn't really work unless you have Death Touch. We don't have Death Touch. You know, that sort of stuff. Alright. Wish. You come to a null camp, Compelled Duel, or you find a Cursed Idol. I think I'm going to grab you find a Cursed Idol, because one green works. At least for me. Spare Dagger. Armory Veteran. So this is just a bear if I pick Armory Veteran. Is that better than Spare Dagger? I think so. I actually think that's better than Spare Dagger. Well, I guess we auto-pick Thieves' Tools, but I think, like, black is one of the few colors we're not. Unless we're not green. Let's see. 3 wishes in this draft, guys. 3 wishes in this draft. Trepid Outlander. Ooh. So, like, these are all good cards, but this is a Ginny Windseer. This is like a bomb. This has won me games just attacking in from above. No one can stop it. And our curve says that's okay. We definitely need more 2-drops that we can play on turn 2, but I think we're picking that. Volo! Guide to Monsters. Can we... If we don't want it, we have a Eccentric Apprentice, which is good. And another Ginny Windseer, which is also good. So we're definitely... I think we are blue-white. I'm going to take out the Thieves' Tools. I'm going to take out the Baleful Beholder. Take out the Curse Idol. Yeah, I think... So if I take these out, what does our deck look like? No 2-drops. 3s and 4s seem pretty nice. So it's just a question of Eccentric Apprentice or Ginny Windseer. I actually do like the Ginny Windseer because there is some good 2/3 flyers and stuff. So I think I am going Ginny Windseer here. It's not an easy pick though. It's not an obvious pick. Definitely not an obvious pick at all. Book of Exalted Deeds does not work for us. Gretchen Twitch Willow. Unfortunately does not work with what we're doing. Scion of Stygia, which could be good for early game. So, Planar Ally is a creature on its own. Planar Ally can complete dungeons on their own, which makes it a lot better. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're actually not white. We actually don't have to be white. Can we put in green? I think if Volo rotates all the way back around, we'll go green-blue, but I think that's the only case we go green-blue. Gretchen's not bad if we go green-blue, but I think we just go safe and grab either Scion or Planar Ally? Sure, we'll grab Planar Ally. It is a bomb if we get there. Another Gretchen, wow. I think it's too late. I think the people over here are going to be taking Gretchen and Volo, and it's just too late to be splashing that in. It's just... Is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's not too late. I'll pick one. We'll see if it works. Sorcerer class does not work in limited. Ranger Hawk. I do like Clever Conjurer over Ranger Hawk a lot of time, but Ranger Hawk does complete dungeons on its own. We already have Planar Ally to do that, though. Yeah, I'm going with Clever Conjurer. This card just... The ability to untap lands just has never been bad for me. Alright. Half-Elf Monk. Compel Duel. Choose your weapon. We have one dragon. I don't think Temple of the Dragon Queen is trustworthy enough. We could use it, and we could go white, blue, green, go 3-color. If we don't, we definitely need a 2-drop, and we're not getting 2-drops. I'm going to pick this as speculation, actually. Alright, we have some 2-drops, everyone. You hear something on watch, great control 2-drop. Dawnbringer Cleric destroys enchantments, that can work. Keen-Eyed Sentry doesn't really do much in limited. I think I'm going with you hear something on watch. Just a good 2-mana removal. We love having 2-mana open. Alright, Silver Raven, Shortcut Seeker. Shortcut Seeker is a 5 toughness creature. That's pretty good at dirtling. Silver Raven is a 1-drop. I think we go with Shortcut Seeker. Just, it holds down the board. Well, then again, Silver Raven, like... Oh, well, pick Silver Raven. Alright, here, I think it's Secret Door. And this is pick 9. I think next turn is where we get Volo, if Volo's available. Pixie Guide, or start sticking into green with Curse Idol. I think we go Pixie Guide. This is just another... Or do we just go second back of holding? I feel like 2 back of holdings is too much. Yeah, we need 2-drops. We need 2-drops. Someone took Volo, so I'm going to assume Gretchen does not find a spot. Alright. We actually have 2 2-drops. You hear some Pixie Guide. Oh, but Gretchen's not really... Yeah, we're picking Scion of Stygia, definitely. But we definitely need more 2-drops than we have right now. Let's throw back Twitch Willow. Someone decided to go blue-green. Alright, auto-selected Paladin's Shield. I'm okay with that. Shocking Grasp at least slows them down. We are definitely the late-game deck. Too many Paladin's Shields. 2 is more than enough. Den of the Bugbear. Unplayable for us right now. White Dragon. Another bomb at the top end. I think we go with that. Yeah, I think we're just Azorius control, everyone. I think we're just Azorius control. Double White Dragon with Temple of the Dragon Queen. Yep. A little late to be using these. 50 feet of rope could help us venture to dungeons. Dwarfhold Champion, though. Dwarfhold Champion, we have 2 Paladin's Shields. This could be like a surprise 3-5 at times, which is pretty awesome. We are low on 2-drops, but 50 feet of rope just allows us to sink our mana to win the game. I think the Dwarfhold Champion's going to rotate back to us. I'm banking on Dwarfhold Champion rotating back to us. I do not bank on... Way too late to go black, but oh my god, this will win you games. Whoever's getting black is winning games. Well, we're grabbing a lifelinker, but yeah. We cannot splash this in. This is too late. We do not have enough support. Black was one of the colors we cut out right off the bat. But yeah, Westgate Regent, if we knew that was coming, would have been an amazing bomb. Ooh, Rally Maneuver. Temple of the Dragon Queen, say we splash a 3rd color because we can. Rally Maneuver is better when you're have better early game, but I think we still pick it. I think it's still just the strongest card. We could go another Temple, and then just say we can splash an additional color if we want. "15 creatures. Okay, we have 15 creatures. Rally Maneuver will work. Shortcut Seeker or Boreal Pegasus. It is a 4-mana. It is a flyer, and 4 mana. It looks like we are starting to get space for that again. I think Flyers are just so much more powerful. Yeah, Fly over. Divine Smite, Trickster Talisman. I think it's Trickster Talisman. Ranger's Hawk is not bad. Definitely when we dirtle up the board, it starts venturing. It's another constant venture win condition. Trickster's Talisman. I have 2 dragons for Trickster's Talisman, okay? I have 2 dragons for Trickster's Talisman. I have 2 Ginny Windseers. I have a lot of good things for Trickster's Talisman to trigger off of. Yeah, I'm not going to be completing too much adventures until the very late game. So it's either Polymorph or just another Spike Pit Trap, I think. Yeah. Just more removal. Okay. Artifact. Alright, this is any artifact. I think that actually makes this the pick. Because I think we have enough artifacts. Yeah, 10 artifacts? Oh my gosh. Yeah, Ingenious Smith is hitting more often than it's not. You found your deck, Ingenious Smith. Sun Insight. I'd rather have the Pixie Guide as just the 2-drop. Oof. I'll throw Clattering Skeletons in here, I think. Nah, we'll grab Thieves' Tools. Do I want Unexpected Windfall? No, I don't want any of these, and if I splash, it's splashing black. And it's for good cards. Only playable. Wow, black was open. Is Divine Smite good? It's only against black, so I'm going to say no, because phasing out is very hard to make work. Alright, so we have 7 cards we have to remove from this. Oh my gosh! Portable Hole is an artifact for Ingenious Smith. That's actually pretty cool. I think we do take out 2 of those guys. So we have 70 creatures, 10 non-creatures. Yeah, I think I like my top end. I don't want to touch my top end. Maybe I take out the half-elf monk. And this is actually the kind of top end I like. Where my early game doubles as late game. With Bag of Holding, 50 feet of rope. Secret Door, like... Dude, I just realized all my 1-drops are artifacts, and then I have an Ingenious Smith. That actually feels good. Oh... Paladin's Shield on the Ingenious Smith actually sounds great. Alright. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 2-drops. I want more 2-drops than that, which is where... Okay, 5 early game drops. Let's use that measurement. There are 5 early game drops. Alright. I can't really kick in from there, then. I think that Shocking Grass could go. There's just not enough space. What does a Boreal Pegasus get flying to? Maybe the Rhyme Shield Giant? I think all the cards we want to get flying to already have flying. We have 2 White Dragons, a Planar Ally, 2 Ginny Windseekers. Yeah. Alright. What are the last 2 to kick out? Do we go 16 lands? Do we take out a Spike Pit Trap? Alright, how many artifacts are there right now? 8 artifacts. Oh! Don't make that mistake. Finish the deck before we go. Alright. Rally Maneuver is still just like, when it hits, it's a bomb. I think we do take out 1 Paladin's Shield. And maybe a Clever Conjurer? Definitely think it's one of the 3-drops. Just which one? Because the 2/3 body is nothing to scoff at. In this format, 2/3 is nothing to scoff at. But Scion of Stygius slows them down. I think slowing them down... 2 Pixie Guys with 2 Scions and 2 Ginnies. Yeah, that's pretty cool. If I'm holding that up, I'm also holding up a Rally Maneuver, a Paladin's Shield, you hear something on Watch, a Bag of Holding Tap. Yeah. Clever Conjurer. Sorry, buddy. I like all of these cards. This... Azorius. Dirtle. That's usually how I treat it. Last time I named a deck Azorius Dirtle, it ended poorly. Not gonna deny that. But that deck didn't have 2 white dragons. I'm wondering if the Rhyme Shield Frost Giant is actually the card I remove. We'll play some games. We could definitely change it around. I do like my 17 lands, though. I actually do like 17 lands here. Alright, Bag of Holding into... Use the Bag of Holding into Clever Conjurer. We're going first. I don't want a mulligan. We get to have a bunch of triggers of Bag of Holding while we try to draw a blue land. And while we wait, we get to shove our Clever Conjurer into the bag and all of that. We get a hold up 2 whites, so we get threatened with you hear something on watch. I can put the secret door in the bag. Loses 1 life. Alright. So it's just a 2-mana 1/3 that's hard to block. I'm going to actually put secret door in there. Alright. And we'll loot again next turn. Put probably the Ginny... Probably... No, I want to play the Ginny Windseer. Probably the Clever Conjurer goes in. This is not... Curdle really allows Soul Knife Spy to just scale into victory. So this was a very good aggressive start for our opponent and a very bad slow start for us. The combination is quite poor. Well, we have to throw one of these white dragons in here. Well, we had a lot of draws out of land, so not getting a land still. There we are. Alright. So I'm just trying to think, do I tap out Sign of Stygia to prevent this from prevent this thing from going in? Or do I Ginny Windseer? I think I Ginny Windseer this turn and next turn start worrying about Scion and stuff like that. Nat 20'd. Wow. Alright. I definitely need that island. Then, okay, so I island. I can play the Planar Ally. I then planes. I can play the White Dragon. Trickster Talisman, equip on the White Dragon. I gotta say, seeing Curdle mills me cards for my deck. I wonder if they realize that, and that that's a thing that they can do to help slow me down. Alright, so they're going to pay 2 to make that blockable. So I'm actually going to hold up Scion of Stygia. Yeah, I think I'm going to hold up Scion of Stygia to tap that down, and then I'm going to, you know, use Bag of Holding. And then on another turn I can White Dragon. Yeah, I can White Dragon next turn. And the Ginny Windseeker staying up actually prevents the Curdle or the Hired Robber going in. Alright. Let's see if they have some combat trick before I throw out Scion. Death Priest of Merkle. Alright. I'm still going with this play. Do I tap down the Soul Knife, or do I actually... I think now, because he only has 1 mana untapped, we tap out Horde Robber, so it can't get through. Yeah, I like that. And then next turn we can White Dragon, knock out the other thing. Oop, before it's your turn, I am going to draw this land, and we're going to put the Clever Conjurer in there, I think. Oh, no. I'm going to put the Planar Ally in there. And I can put the White Dragon in there later. First. Alright, time to start attacking with the Ginny Windseer. And now we play the dragon. And with Trickster Talisman, I can play Trickster Talisman, equip, attack with White Dragon, get a second White Dragon. Start threatening lethal. Deck of Many Things is not very scary and limited. They can't really do much this turn. I could Portable Hole Curdle. I like that. So we're going to start with the obvious play. Force them to have a trick. Yep. I plan to put them in the hole. And now we threaten lethal. We tap that down so they can't card draw out. And we Portable Hole Curdle so they can't use that either. Control! Control, everyone. And then we gotta shove another item in the bag of holding, and if they don't break the bag, we have a win condition there. We have Sign of Stygia in our graveyard, but they can't even hit it because Deck of Many Things gets a -3, so they just draw 2 cards. And that's the main power of Deck of Many Things, that you get a low hand and then you start drawing cards off of it. That's how Deck of Many Things works. If they rolled really low, they actually trigger their graveyard, which has nothing in it, so that's actually kind of funny. Well, yeah, Portable Hole worked well. Way better than Rally Maneuver there. Alright. So they want to trade and lose creatures so they can get some vampires and skeletons and zombies. But we have win condition. Honestly, I feel like this is a mistake, but I don't even care. Like, they have 1 blue mana, there's no threat I can think of they can use. But yeah, Portable Hole has 4 cards for me to draw. Like, that's the trick, guys. And now we attack for 10 in the air. I'm good with dirtily decks. I'm good with slow dirtily decks, which this very much is. Double White Dragon, man. Double White Dragon. Yeah, just holding up. Like, letting him play his 2-drop. That's the thing. He had a lot of cards that, while they were cheap and early, they were all mana sinks. And you can only spend so much in mana sinks. Alright. I do not like mulliganing. We have a counter to their 2-drop, and we have a counter to their 3-drop. I do not like mulliganing. This could be a mistake. I'm not going to deny that. Yep, Armory Veteran's going to hear something on watch. Alright. I'm actually glad they played that now. There we are. We have all the mana we need. I maneuver on a future turn. It's going to be great. These flashing sounds are going to be great as well. Alright, just another Plundering Barbarian. But my Signs of Stygia are going to lock them down, so... I'm wondering if I attack in now. I think I do. If I trade with a Plundering Barbarian, that's okay. This thing's going to stay tapped. If they activate their den, then that actually helps me, because I just tap them down a lot easier. I'm okay taking 2 damage for that. Yeah, I'm okay with this trade. I'm okay with a lot of things that could happen here. So I'm just going to let that happen. Next turn I could flash in Spike Pit Trap while playing Sign of Stygia. Yeah. I think I'm in a really good spot. If they sack a treasure to activate Den of the Bugbear, I am just winning. Alright. Now I'm not, but I can at least tap down the Plundering Barbarian. I could actually, if they played another creature, I could have waited for the Plundering Barbarian to attack so I can trade with it. Red Dragon. I can actually attack, and then if they block, I rally maneuver. Alright, +2/+0 your own first strike. And gains +0/+2 on lifelink. There we are. Killed their dragon, gained some life off of it. Yep. Feels good. And we're applying pressure, which is awesome. So now they can start triggering their Den of the Bugbear, and it's going to be a little scary. I can play the Rhyme Shield. If they just trigger their Den of the Bugbear, that means they're not applying any additional pressure. Like, I know exactly how much pressure they're applying, which means that the Rhyme Shield Frost Giant is a perfectly fine counter to Den of the Bugbear, which... Yep. So right here. So it seems good. They're dealing 6 damage, but then you got to remember they're applying no additional pressure. So I just play Rhyme Shield Frost Giant, and they can't attack into that anymore. And I will attack with one of the Scions of Stygia. One of them. I do want to reduce their damage, but I want to keep applying some threat myself. So yeah, the Rhyme Shield Frost Giant, I do not see how they get through right now. I have a Spike Pictrat on watch, a Planar Ally in the back end. Alright. I think I just play Planar Ally in my turn. The Hoarding Ogre is planning to get them some treasures. I think I'm okay with them gain treasures. They seem to be mono red. I'm willing, with 5-6 lands shown, I think they tried to draft a monocolored deck, and it was not the correct choice. I'll block with Rhyme Shield Frost Giant. I think they're going to use a spell to deal some damage to Rhyme Shield and pay the ward cost using the treasures if necessary. So I think it will be a trade with the Hoarding Ogre if I do that, but I think it's appropriate nonetheless. Because it costs them 2 cards for my 1. And then I have a Planar Ally that's going to start scrying for me. Going to start being in a good spot. They're trying to draw to set out. Ward 3, so they can only cast a 1 mana spell right now. 2 mana, one of the Hoarding Ogre attacks, possibly 3 mana. And this is where the Flyer comes in. Notice that everything on here is on the ground. So my Planar Ally is just going to start swinging in and not being stopped. Alright, so they dealt 5 damage and ventured. Price of Loyalty usually needs a sack outlet to be good. Here I think this is a bad play. They have to have some severe combat trick I'm not seeing for this to be a good play. Which, it's entirely possible they have a trick. They have 3 treasure tokens to use it. But otherwise, they're mono red. They've shown everything to be mono red. I'm happy killing those Plundering Barbarians. Yep, look at that. So the Ward 3 means that they can't kill it this turn. I now attack with a Planar Ally. And they went Tomb of Annihilation. I kind of want to go Yawning Portal just to gain that first life. I think Dark Pool does the same thing and it just gets completed faster. Yeah. Alright, so now we don't have the Spike Pick Trap, but we have a Life Linker just sitting there ready. And if they try to explode on one of my guys... So they would need a second Price of Loyalty here to make this work. If they attack with Den of the Bugbear, I block with Steadfast Paladin and buff. Okay. That's not good for me. That's why they were so happy to be aggressive. Yeah, if they have a second Price of Loyalty, they actually win here. Alright, so I'm actually going to play Paladin's Shield now, so I can Spike Pick Trap to kill a red dragon to attack him with Steadfast and Planar Ally. Just want to make sure Price of Loyalty is sorcery. Yep. Kind of funny that the red dragon falls in the Spike Pit Trap, but... And then we create a treasure. This is actually perfect, because now... Alright. And we're definitely picking the 1/1 Goblin. Get ourselves an extra blocker. And then we get, with that treasure token, we get to get a flying blocker. Okay. If they have a, I think it's a third red dragon at this point. Yeah, if they have a third red dragon, well done. They win. Otherwise, I think I ran them out of resources. Don't know what artifacts they could have. This thing's not big enough for Price of Royalty to win it for them. And it can block the planar ally. So we're actually in a really good spot, despite the danger. We are very, very much on the edge, but we are alive. So I'll attack with all next turn, choose the option that they lose 1 life, I gain 1 life, and that should probably close out the game. Assuming they do nothing here. They do have all the mana they'll need. Alright. Hobgoblin Bandit Lord is not bad at all. This thing can deal damage. Yep, have to block like this. Alright. If I attack with all, I think I win. Yep. Whew. Definitely made it close. Definitely made it close. I do respect my opponent, but... Whew. I come out at top. Azorius Dirtle. Yep, double dragon is definitely threatening, and them having double red dragons meant the aggro made sense. Made a lot of sense. Alright, I go first. I have a portable hole for their 2-drop, and then the moment I draw a land, I have the rest of this dealt with. Again, this is probably not the best hand to keep, but I'm going to keep it anyways. Like, that is one where if you said, I'm going to mulligan, perfectly understandable, have a nice day. That makes sense. Oh man, we got a person of culture here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let them put a good card into the bag of holding, and I'm going to put the bag of holding in a hole, which, if you've played the game, is a great way to create a black hole. Or, I could start triggering my own bag of holding. Put this in the portable hole. Then get bag of holding ready. Or bag of holding, get ready to tap and draw cards. I think stopping this right now is actually very important. I can beat them in the late game. I cannot beat them in the early game. So let's control the early game. And we'll draw a card next turn. If they want to destroy our artifact, they probably want to destroy the portable hole, not my bag of holding. There's a Plundering Barbarian in this format, which is a very good card against this position I'm in, but a land gets me Ginny Windseer. Like, I have a lot of good things. Alright. I'm gonna put the half-elf monk in there, because I want the Ginny Windseers. And if they have a... So I did that first to see if I had a Paladin Shield available. I do not. They're going to just use their bag of holding. I'm not swinging in for like some sort of protection. Alright, let's see what they're discarding. Just a swamp. Okay, so they got mana flooded and gained mana ruined. Between the two, as the longer the game goes, the better it is for me. Alright. So I could hold up Pixie Guide to rally maneuver, killing the Jaded Sellsword, or I could just Secret Door and hold up the Paladin Shield. And, yeah. I think I just play the Secret Door, and I hold up the Paladin Shield. I could put it on the Secret Door to block the Jaded Sellsword. Yep. Slightly safer, slightly better. But... definitely going to be an issue as we continue. Definitely need to draw that fourth land. The fourth land needs to be drawn soon. Probably should have played Paladin's Shield first to see if they have a trick, but I think forcing the trick now is perfectly fine. Most likely they're holding on to Bag of Holding triggers. Yep. Probably just realized, hey, I'm not threatened by that, I'm just not getting through with that. And they're like, oh well. Ah, I see, I see. Not getting this 4th land is troublesome. I think I have to draw a discard to just try to get that 4th land now. Alright, what do I throw in the bag? I think I throw Ginny Windseer in the bag, and so I can play a Pixie Guide right now. Next turn I'll have Rally Maneuver as a combat trick, but we let the Jaded Sellsword swing in once. Yeah, if I draw a land, I have the Rally Maneuver and the Bag of Holding tap ready for, so... And it also means if they have some artifact destruction, I can pull everything out of the bag real quick. Alright. I think we just Ginny Windseer. I think that's the best play for me. Scion of Stygia. The thing is, I need 2 mana open for Bag of Holding to do something. So I'm just going to play Ginny Windseer. Move forward. Do I attack with a Pixie Guide? Jade Sellsword's getting through either way, so I'm going to attack with one of the Pixie Guides, I think. Thank you for the triple roll, man. Plains first, then Planar Ally. I like that a lot. I like that a lot. Alright. Yeah, I think I attack with 1. Howard kills the Ginny Windseer. Unfortunate. Well, next turn I could Scion to tap out the Jaded Sellsword. Block the higher. Or I could just, yeah, use the Rally Maneuver as a blocking. Magic Missile to the Pixie Guide. Wow. Punished me for that greedy 1 damage. Oof. Alright. Wait for them to declare combat. Tap down this Jaded Sellsword. That's the one that can attack this turn. If I'm incorrect, that's really bad for me. Alright. Here's the question. Do I actually put the Rally Maneuver into my bag? I think I put the Planar Ally in my bag. Now equip that, turn my Scion of Stygia into a 2/3, which scares some things. I think I just save it up. I can always pop the Bag of Holding if I really need to. The fact that I'm holding up 6 mana should be threatening enough to them. And yeah, they're looking for artifact destruction with that. Red has a common rate artifact destruction, so it's definitely feasible. Oof. That is not good for me. That is very bad for me. Alright. That's the only one they attack with. Let's see. Planar Ally, Ginny Windseer, Half-Elf Monk. I think it's time to pop the Bag of Holding. I think we just need to pop it at this point. Get myself my 3 power cards. The thing is, I can't play them. Wow, he put me in a very bad position. Well done, sir. I think I just played our ally and ready to spike the pick trap. Yeah, I have no idea what I need to do there. The Thieves' Tools and the single block, a single attack, actually put me in an extremely bad position, and there was nothing I could do. I think I have to sacrifice this planar ally to block the threats. They've only drawn lands, which... bad for them, good for me, yeah. Alright. Kind of surprising they're only attacking with that one. Alright. Can't attack, then create... No. We just go with Lost My Fendelver. Here's something on watch. Seems great, actually. Seems fantastic. So that next turn I can play Ginny Windseer. And, have you hear something on watch open? Right now I have Sign of Stygia and Rally Maneuver open. Sign of Stygia. Tap down the 2/2, I think. I think we actually do tap down the 2/2. Just make sure it can't attack for a while. Because they never re-equip the Thieves' Tools to the Hoarding Ogre. Alright. So, one block's here. Do we double... Okay. Here's what I'm going to do. Double block here. Oh, wait, I can't. I have to block each and every one of them. Don't I? Yeah. Unfortunate. Well, we rally maneuver. Give this guy... One gets lifelink, one gets first strike, so we kill one, we survive the others. Alright, whatever. Alright, so they're drawing cards. This guy definitely put me in a bad spot. If I played better, this guy, I think one of the things is I played as if they would not play well. And that was my downfall. The fact that they played well was my downfall. I trusted that they would play poorly. Yep. If that was coming, so I'm going to hear something on and watch that guy. Wait, it attacks alone. Hold up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can kill the Manticore, attack in. I think I have lethal by letting this through. I have a 50-50 at lethal by letting this get through. If I don't take it, I think I die in the backswing later on. I think they just have too much value. They do have 2 cards in hand, but they've been throwing lands in their... Do they have... I think they have Faraday's Fireball. I think it's too likely they have Faraday's Fireball. If they have Faraday's Fireball, we lose anyways. I'm pretty sure. I think I'm going to just let this resolve. Definitely, I need to bank on them having nothing, which is a very bad idea. But it was the only idea I could think of. I did not see... Yeah, I think I would have lost that game event, like, next turn anyways. Maybe if I got White Dragon, I could have pulled my way out, but... There was just... I was running out of options. They had too much board presence. I did not... Portable hold to the wrong thing. But... I just thought I would win in the late game. Did not realize they'd have that much a late game. Alright. Well, we have 1 drop into 2 drop into 3 drop, all going on curve. And we can invoke Duplicity just to, like, get ourselves a bit more attack power on the Pixie Guide. Like, this is a perfectly happy curve. Happy to see it. Alright. Ranger's Longbow. That is actually an issue because flying is our main solution. So, worth noting. Worth noting. Alright, so they're just searching for lands. So we're just going to keep swinging. We're going to swing with Pixie Glide. Keep things going strong. They're searching for lands. I'm only finding them. So if nothing else, that was deck thinning, so good on them. That was instant speed, so I would have left your mana up, sir. But that's okay, Solomon. You can make mistakes and still end well. Alright. So now this Trickster's Talisman is going to allow the Clever Conjurer to attack through without issue. Or I can tap a land, tap Clever Conjurer, activate Secret Door. Or I can keep holding open Scion of Stygia. Which is more important? This thing's about to become a 4/4. How late game do I want this to be? Boreal Pegasus tells me they're going to start applying pressure if I don't stop them. Yeah, we're going to scry, make sure we don't run into 1,000 lands. Not actually what I want right now. So now they have to equip the Ranger's Longbow to get through my Pixie Guide, which is perfectly fine by me, because that means they're spending their mana to equip instead of to play more pressure. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I could spike Pit Trap, and I could play Trickster Talisman, but I cannot equip it and attack. Or can I? If I do, I'd have to use have to untap use Clever Conjurer to untap a land. I'd rather just tempo out Spike Pit Trap and just attack for 3 right now. Yep. Prefer this. When they move to combat. Yep. I'm just going to use this now. Alright, whatever. Not every roll is perfect. I think I just leave my mana untapped. I could Trickster Talisman, equip it to Secret Door so I can block Devoted Paladin. Then I untap Clever Conjurer to be able to spec Pit Trap any tricks they might play. I like that. It's awkward, but it works. They have a lot of mana. We did know that was a thing that was going to be. That's okay. They just started their adventure. Alright. We both like Lost My Fendelver, a good basic adventure for when you're not confident how many adventures you're going to get. Alright. Roll low, please. I do need card advantage. I'm not getting card advantage. Oh my gosh, I now feel sorry for them. I now feel sorry for them. Yeah, I'm okay losing this and taking out their flyer. Like, I do know they have the Ranger's Longbow. But guess, look what I've got. Bag of Holding I like for maybe another turn. Yeah, I like Ginny Winseer right now. I think we're at the point where we apply pressure, so... We apply pressure or we die, basically, so... Let's see, I can tap Clever Conjure to venture again. Oh, I like that. So... Now we create a 1/1 Goblin. And so that 1/1 Goblin can block their Devoted Paladin. We can, next turn, Ginny Winseer, plus put a Trickster Talisman on the one that can attack. And... Yep, we knew that was coming. That's what this little 1/1 was for. Now we can start applying pressure. Yep. So yeah, now we have 10 flying damage in the air. So what we should actually be scrying to make sure they cannot block our flying damage. And I could Clever Conjure to untap a Ginny Winseer if I want. I think Clever Conjure has done their job. They're only at Scry 1. Alright, they play a Violet. They need to have that Ranger's Longbow untapped in order to not die. So, if they equip their +2 mace, it's actually good for me. I should have a second Sign of Stygia. That was their mistake. I'm just gonna do that. No flying, no flying, no flying. Just wanted to confirm. Just wanted to confirm my lethal. I apologize to the individual I did that to, but you want to make sure you do not make a mistake when it's the turn to swing in for lethal. All right, 3 wins is good. Anytime you get 3 wins, you have to be at least happy with your draft. Obviously, you want to do better. Obviously, you want to do better. And I will be doing better. But 3 wins. 3 wins is the minimum you want to get. Wonder Woman MD. I have a Bag of Holding with a portable hole. I am happy. Dude, Bag of Holding I just like so much. Probably a bad idea to like it as much as I do, but I like it so much. Alright. I don't care to put that in the hole. I'm just gonna... If I need to put it in the hole, I'll put it in the hole next turn, when they could start venturing with it. Alright. That's what I'll put in the hole. That's why you don't use it immediately. Alright. That goes in the hole. Alright. Keen-eared Sentry. I'm gonna put one of the white dragons in the bag. Because I need to still get the mana to play them, you know? Alright. Hold open. If they get a destroy artifact and they go for the Bag of Holding, I could sacrifice in response. Otherwise, I'm getting closer and closer to this white dragon, which is going to get me closer and closer to victory. They do have all their mana untapped, which is kind of threatening. Yeah, I'm going to put the Rime Shield Frost Giant in there. Alright. I have to play into their counterspell. I recognize they have Bar the Gate. But I want to use it on that instead of the White Dragon. Apparently they had Contact Other Plane. Alright, well, they can't attack in, and now I'm going to start attacking Adventuring, because this only stops us from multi-adventuring. Which they should decide now whether or not they're going to block, and then just use that to decide whether they venture here. Alright. I'm not blocking into a rally maneuver. Alright. You're also going to Lost Mine. I can respect a good Lost Mine. Alright. They do have some sort of trick, but I also have a Spiked Pit Trap ready. I actually like that. I get a rally maneuver next turn with Sign of Stygia up. Alright. They have On the Watch. That's their trick. Otherwise, they would have blocked with Ranger or something like that. So I think I'm going to tap down Veteran Dungeoneer and leave it tapped. And if they do not attack with Keen-Eared Sentry, that is the signal that they have your ambush on the road, which is +1/+3. Alright. I think I just still swing in with all. Give myself a little 1/1 red goblin. Gonna chump trade. Alright. So I'm going to... This prevents me from casting spells. So I'm gonna play Spike Pit Trap now. And then what I'm gonna do is end turn while that's on the stack. I'm going to tap it with Sign of Stygia. So Xanathar, at the very least, cannot apply pressure to me other than playing my cards. It's very scary that I can play my cards, though. I will not deny that. I want to wait for them to tap out before I tap my Bag of Holding, because that loots through my deck for them. Alright. Knew that could happen. I should have probably tapped bag there, because they didn't know what was on top. And now that was actually a mistake. Should have just left that on top until the end of the turn so they couldn't play a Sign of Stygia on top or something like that. I'm going to just take the 3 damage and swing in. Yeah, I could swing in with everything this turn. Because Rally Maneuver just does great stuff. Yep, and that was my mistake. I allowed him to get the 50 feet of rope by that play. Make this guy basically not able to be blocked. So that's 8 damage. Alright, so I can give this guy first strike, give this guy lifelink, or I could just take the trade. We're doing 1, 2, 3, 4. We're taking 5 damage next turn. I think... Or I just have the spike pick trap app ready. I think this is fine. Wait for them to combat trick, then counter combat trick. Alright. So they're becoming a 4/6. Perfect. I'll turn that into a 6/4. Target a creature. And target a creature. So now, I not only stop their combat trick, but I just beat them out with my own. No. Cancel, cancel. I'm trying to look at what's in there. Alright, there's another white dragon in there, so... I'm going to just play the land and end the turn, knowing I can pop my Bag of Holding to get myself to a victory. Whew. Xanathar definitely did not make that easy for me. As Xanathar would. As Xanathar would. Whew. Definitely made a mistake with the Bag of Holding. Alright, that's okay. Next turn I draw a card. Alright, so they're flashing in a shield. Turn that guy into a... Yep. If you have root... Oh! They're afraid. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I could Scion of Stygia, tap that down. And then, yeah, I have a Spike Pit Trap ready, basically. Or a Rhyme Shield Frost Giant. So yeah, let's tap down their flyer. Leave it tapped. Oh! Did not mean to attack with everything. This flat out did not mean to attack with everything. That block is a block of fear. Alright. They should know. Yeah, my, Bag of Holding let them know what cards were in it, so they should know I have a white dragon in hand. So, yeah, he's scared, because he should also know that I have a white dragon in hand, so I have a way to tap down their creatures. So they basically have to just filter through my deck as they're doing now, to try to look for a flyer or some sort of win condition that they don't have themselves. Or survival. They need another Pixie Guide. And that's still... Oh! With the 50 feet of rope, they actually... The Pixie Guide plus one other flyer... Oh, but they don't have enough mana. Alright. Just... No... Alright. So now we tap down the Pixie Guide. There we are. Also, they tapped wrong. I wanted to play Secret Door and Pixie Guide if that didn't pan out. So, the auto-tapper punished me. But it did not matter because the fight was over. Because they were tapped out on mana. They had no flyers. Yeah, flyers are very important in this format, by the way. It's just like some decks do not have flyers. And then otherwise, flyers block. Flyers punt with flyers. So... There are enough flyers in common that it's important enough to note that Fliers are going to be there, yet the commonality is only in certain colors. So, like, the Ginny Windseer is amazing, not because it has that scribe, but because it's a 4-mana 3/3 flyer. It could remove the roll dice ability and still be good in this format. If there was, like, an Ox with flying, you know, Ooh, I have Steadfast Paladin, I have a Ginny Windseer. I have you hear something on watch as a combat trick. I am happy. Not the perfect hand, but close enough. Whatever creature they play, I get to tap it down and respawn after it comes into play, which is awesome. And I'm threatening a counterspell as well, so, like, they should be scared. Like, it's very good for us. Now we just tap that down. And we tap it down for a while. We get to be the aggressor, everyone. Today, we are the aggressor. I like that. That actually allows us to venture into Tomb of Annihilation, which is good enough. And it allows us to do it while playing the rest of our hand. Go ahead and attack with everything. See what you do. Tap it. Alright. So turn it into a 4/5. This only does it for attacking creatures. Alright. So they killed that guy. They killed my lifelinker. Oh well. Taps only as a sorcery. What do they still have? Alright. So I deal less damage than expected. There we go. So if they attack, I can block with Pixie Guide, and if they combat trick, I can respond by killing their Clever Conjurer. Which feels good. Of course, they're going to play Hill Giant Herdgorger here, because they have a decent deck, and they have Clever Conjurer. If they're clever, they'll play Hill Giant Herdgorger, because I have a guess that they have it. Which dungeon are you venturing into? Yep, lost mine. Alright. That's actually very good for them. Oh. If they double lock, I'm happy. They do not. I'm still happy. Alright. I think Tomb is a little too ambitious. I'm gonna just go Lost Mine, I think. Yep. Scry away lands. Pixie Guide's not what we need here. Alright. I'm at 26 health, so I'm okay taking some damage, but I do want to stop the flying Clever Conjurer, because, I'm more than happy bunting and seeing what your combat trick is. Let's see it. Full strength again? Let's see your combat trick. Yep. Understood. That was the expected turn. Alright. So do I just White Dragon and attack? I think I White Dragon actually tapping... No, I'll tap down the Eccentric Apprentice. Yeah, because tapping down the Eccentric Apprentice actually allows me to tack in with Sign of Stygia as well. And you know what? I'll let them venture to create a 1/1 token. It's more important that this thing doesn't die from Bull Strength. Yeah, if they attack in, they know they die. Unless they have a trick. And the +1/+1 is lethal. I will actually give them a nice there. That was nice on their part. I'm going to continue my venture, get myself a 1/1 goblin. Alright. So they get their Clever Conjurer through. They get to start doing their venture. I will block the Shortcut Seeker with my 1/1. One, two, three, four. Oh, they're getting a 1/1 goblin themselves. Yep. I was just about to say, that just gave me lethal on a swing back. They have one card left. I'm going to just bank on it being a land, not a counterspell. Yep. Do I want to tap down the Shortcut Seeker to swing in? Or do I want to tap down the Eccentric Apprentice so they have to block with Clever Conjurer to survive? I actually like that slightly better. So if I block attack there, I just get I get one more damage in. Where if I attack here, next turn, I get much more damage in. Next turn, I basically have the path open for White Dragon. They cannot double block. That's huge. We know one of their cards in hand is a land, or else they would have played it. Next thing is put a +1/+1 counter. I'm going to just attack with both, see what happens. I have enough to play Planar Ally and 50 feet of rope. Do they have another bounce? I'm trying to think, because the White Dragon's killing if they don't. Yep. Well, problem with bounce spells, they don't actually apply pressure to the board. Ooh, that was good on his part. I do get a +1/+1 counter with the next adventure. 9 gets me enough to adventure with the White Dragon. Attack in. Yeah, I like that. Alright. So we get +1/+1 counter on White Dragon, so they have to double block to kill. And I'm attacking with a Pixie Guide to bring them to 3 health, so that the Planar Ally threatens lethal as well. Yep, force the double block. Yep, I do want to kill the Genuines here first. Feels good. Feels good. Thing is, I can attack with Planar Ally. That completes the dungeon. Then I could enter Tomb of Annihilation. Yeah. Yeah, I'm assuming they're just drawing lands. So, just drafted mono blue Demi-Lich. So Demi-Lich, I'm not, like, you're not going to cast it more than once or twice, I feel, because there's not as many instants or sorceries in draft. But, still. Alright. Well, Threat lethal. Got a trick, or are you just taking the hit? Because I have Paladin's Shield to counter your trick. If it's just a Bull Strength or whatever it's called. Oh my gosh, that's so good on my part. Because it not only counters the trick, it still kills his Clever Conjurer. Oh my gosh. That was a blowout. Oh my gosh. I feel sorry for them. Now I could tap down target creature on their turn. So if they attack with something, I leave it tapped. Whew. I feel like I was just in a good position the entire time. I have a lot of bounce spells and tap abilities. Could be very hard to block. Yes. I was going to say, so if you have Demi-Lich with you come to a river, like, keep in mind, target creature gets +1 and can't be blocked. Demi-Lich +2 you come to a rivers is technically lethal. It's 5 damage every turn for 4 turns. So, I do definitely see how Demi-Lich with good bounce spells could be devastating. The thing is, Demi-Lich isn't naturally good, bounce spells aren't naturally... Like, they're both naturally okay, and only combined are they super good. And that's one of the scary things about doing the Demi-Lich deck. Actually, you could just link deck. That is pretty cool. It is cool that you can link the deck. I'm going to focus on playing and finishing mine, so, yep. Nice win streak, yep. I am very good at draft. Especially the more dirtily the format is, which... This format, the only format dirtier, was Strixhaven. Strixhaven, I did 5 drafts. 4 of them went 7 wins, and the last one went 5. So, yeah. Gonna be doing a lot of good wins here. Alright. So the opponent goes first. Our lands don't play our cards. This is actually a mulligan. I'm usually pretty heavy on keeping hands that don't look very good, but that was a mulligan. Like, it's good to have Steadfast Paladin with a Paladin's Shield, but I'd rather just have plays here. I use the 17 lands app, but it records everything, but I don't really understand everything it records. Alright, I have to lose another one. Risky, but I'm dropping a land. Next turn I have Steadfast Paladin. I have 2 more draws at a land. Alright, this one I'm losing the combat trick. Because now, all that dirtling is going to cost them. Unless they play a creature here. And that's a good creature to play here. Well done with me having to mulligan and then a double Devour Intellect. Then again, they're not actually in a positive position. I can't actually attack. I'll play the Bag of Holding. You want to counter the Bag of Holding? The answer is yes, but you don't realize that. Oof. Alright. Do I want to tap it down, or do I want to use Sign of Stygia as a combat trick when he attacks? That's the big question. I'm going to use that as a combat trick when they attack with both. Alright. Then I'm just going to draw a card. Honestly, I need my lands. Drawing a card is better than playing this game of chicken. Alright. I think they have a counterspell up, but I'm happy attacking like this and getting a half-elf monk out. If they counter my half-elf... I should have played the half-elf monk first, actually, to see if it got countered. But, yep. Should have played that first to see if it got countered, because I don't want to attack if it gets countered. But, like, oh well. That's terrifying. That is objectively terrifying. And they have nothing that could be portal hold. I think I need to draw a card still. I need to draw that land. Put the portable hole in there. Yeah, we're in a bad spot. Thank you, Xanathar, for doing that for us. We're going to tap down Xanathar now, before these get worse. Everyone is Xanathar Andy. I have faced 2 Xanathars this game. This one I was in a much worse position before Xanathar came in, but... Alright. They now have a kill spell. Yep. They don't have enough for Spike Pit Trap. The problem is I need to play around my own combat tricks. I'm not sure I can. Alright. I think I... Oh no, they have a Spike Pit Trap. I cannot play White Dragon right now. If I play White Dragon, they just kill it with Spike Pit Trap, and then they just keep filtering through my deck. Yeah, I think this is my best play, and that's really scary. Yeah, Rhyme-Shield Frost Giant, is playable with a single land. Does the Pit Trap not work on Flyers? Only in Logical World. But I won a game because I used a Pit Trap on their own Red Dragon. So, it's going to work on my White Dragon. But yeah, Xanathar, just... Yep. How do I beat a guy who has my deck? Who's me, but better? I'm in a bad spot. It's only getting worse as we go on. I'm pretty sure I have to block here just so I don't die soon. God. Do I have any artifact destruction? Portable Hole, which is currently in the bag of holding. Not a good spot to be. Not a good spot to be. Not at all. Not at all. They need another land to kill the Frost Giant with a Pit Trap. I at least have that going for me. You know, I should have just tapped and used Bag of Holding now, but... Did they? They forgot. Is he going to concede because... Oh, no, he just oopsed. Alright. Let's see what's on top of my deck. Just put it in the back. Alright. Alright. So I could pop it open, play the Temple of the Dragon Queen, and either Scion or Portable Hold, depending on what feels right. Actually, I played both. Get rid of the Arcane Investigator. And then wait for their turn, then play Sign of Stygia. I have to start. Somehow, some way. Alright. This turn. Then I play Sign of Stygia. Tap down the Flyer. If it attacks with Xanathar, I will block with Rhyme Shield and Sign of Stygia to hopefully get the kill. Well, that's threatening. Cost 1, 2, 3. Cost 8 to kill. And they have 8. They definitely have 8. And Death Touch. Beautiful. That is absolutely terrifying. Alright, they played the land on top of my deck. They should have started with that so they could see what other cards. So they're making mistakes with Xanathar, but it doesn't matter because they have freaking Xanathar. Yeah, I don't see how I win, but I'm going to keep playing through to see if I can find a way. Now they can venture to dungeons. They can also mill me with this, by the way. Just in case anyone's wondering, this is a mill win condition with Xanathar. I don't have a way to kill Xanathar flat out. I'm not sure they realize. So they've made several mistakes, which is the most annoying part about all of this. Alright, were they equipping it? I mean, it really doesn't matter, honestly. And we're just going to put that to white. If they want to kill this turn, they have to use Xanathar. And that's at least the minute advantage I have here. No, we have to put it on bottom, because if I put it on top, they can then play White Dragon themselves. Just in case anyone's wondering. Because Xanathar. Yep. If they are smart, they just leave lands on top of my deck, and they land lock me. Yeah, if I have a land on the top of my deck, they win next turn. They just attack with Xanathar now. Oh, playing that so I can't venture. Fair enough. Alright. If I block this turn, I just take the 5 damage next turn, so no point. Yeah, if I draw a land, then they're smart, they good game me, and that's game. Because there's nothing I can do. They have 4 damage they have 6 damage in the air. Next turn. And they'll just probably go into... Yep, Tomb of Annihilation. Well done, sir. Well done. Yep, they just basically made sure I didn't have an early game, thanks to the Mind Rot effects, and then they just have Xanathar as their late game. I will say Devour Intellect is a very bad card. Unless you have Xanathar as your top end, and you know you're going to Xanathar. I think the Devour Intellects were a mistake. They made several mistakes against the Ward 3. They were not a perfect player, but Xanathar is a freaking Xanathar. There's a reason he's the Kingpin. I can play Pixie Guide. I need a Plains for Half-Elf Monk anyways. And if I'm drawing lands, I'm drawing lands. And we face an aggro deck. Alright, well, Pixie Guide can block the Goblin Javenier, and they need some extra spell to make the trade a win. Otherwise, I just put Trickery Talisman on it and hold the line. I'm going to play 50 feet of rope and Trickster Talisman. Trickster Talisman isn't very important right now. You just countered a Xanathar? Nice. I really need a land. A Plains, to be clear. Yeah, kind of bad one. A poor hand is what's causing these to occur. But yeah, they can't attack. Thank you. I really do appreciate it. I almost want to play 50 feet of rope. Almost. Alright. I mean, they can't attack this turn, so. If they attack with everything, I have a lot of advantageous blocks. Blue, red. I'm trying to think if there's any specific tricks I need to avoid. They're going to have a roll dice deck, is my understanding. The goal of their deck is to roll dice. The goal of my deck is to make a big Frost Giant. Alright, so I can put Trickster Talisman on Rhyme Shield, and I'm okay with them blocking with their Secret Door. They are actually mana ruined, which, while they have a lot of good curve cards, none of these are... The only late game card is Secret Door, which I want them to block. Like, it's why I want them to use the 50 feet of rope. So I have Stevia, be smart, don't target the Frost Giant. Good man. Oof! Everyone missed. Alright. Alright, so now they have to block the Rhyme Shield Frost Giant. That's okay. Alright, good. It tapped correct. Do I get my own Spike Pit Trap, or do I grab the Paladin's Shield? Yeah, the Spike Pit Trap I think is actually better right now. Yeah, I have enough health. So this is a 2-2. It just doesn't look like it. They have more cards, but they don't have much in play. So, advantage is me right now. So I could Spike Pit Trap a creature. Or I could just 50 feet my way through. Alright. So now I can rappel down. I want Lost Mine. I want a bomb. Alright, and I get Half-Elf Monk something. They still need a land. I think, yeah, they're going to use that to gain 3 life and draw 3 cards, or at least try to, with the Pixie Guides. I actually want them to roll an at 20 here, which is funny. Alright. Now they can't attack. So I could tap a Half-Elf Monk to tap the Silver Raven down. Ooh, I could have portable hold. Got a +1/+1 counter on the Ingenious Smith. Kept things moving. I'm gonna save that for later. Alright. Yes. Secret door sinks are actually perfectly fine for me. I just want to see if they sink into a big creature, I could tap it with Elf Monk. And keep it tapped with 50 feet of rope if I want. Yeah, 50 feet of rope, just because of how dirty this is actually really good. Even if I lose because of the bad draw, I'm perfectly happy we have Swarming Goblins. Ah. I'm gonna tap that. Make sure they still have to chump. One, two, three, four, five. Then I have 2 left over for half health. I think just venturing. Let's see. If I venture, I can put a +1/+1 counter on one of my creatures. I put on the Ingenious Smith. Ooh. Kind of like this. +1/+1 counter on the Ingenious Smith. Then a portable hole as well. Force the Ingenious Smith to take the Spiked Pit Trap, or I can just eat the Spiked Pit Trap. I think I eat the Spiked Pit Trap. This thing has Vigilance. Yeah. If they want to triple block the... Oh, yeah. Duh, they have a secret door. Alright. Well, they do have card advantage, but I have 50 feet of rope. Keep tapping down the Swarming Goblins. Until I decide to Spike Pit it. Yeah, if they have 5 cards in hand and they start tapping Secret Door, that's probably good for us. Alright. So this means I have to leave my half-elf monk ready to tap things down. That's okay. Yeah, if they declare combat, I'm tapping that Swarming Goblin. Otherwise, let's see what you play. I'm sure they have a lot of options. I'm certain of it. But yeah, this Rime Shield Frost Giant just swinging in and killing something each turn is very nice for me getting my card advantage back. Adding Ingenious Smith to the mix is also very nice. The fact that if I draw one of my white dragons, I could attack first, then tap down a creature, and have White Dragon Ray to equip the Trickster's Talisman onto. Like, I think if I draw a White Dragon, I'm basically back in... I'm not just back in this game, I'm back in the lead. Because that treasure chest actually put them in the lead. I will state they needed 3 Pixie Guides to confirm it, but... Ooh. I actually wish... Yeah, again, I wish they actually rolled a nat 20 there, because treasure chest nat 20 is actually bad for you. Alright. Well, they have a lot of considerations. I think they have a counterspell, and they're trying to think if I hold it up. Maybe a bounce spell as well. I wonder if they'll fall for the Rime Shield Frost Giant's ward trick. Alright. Oop. Venture, draw a card. Ooh. Do I control dragon? Nope. Nope. Just constantly forcing them to chunk trade. Goes to my advantage. They might have a bounce spell for Ingenious Smith. I'm not sure if that's even bad for me. It gets me another card draw. I think that's what they're contemplating, whether to knock out Ingenious Smith. Either that, or they just left and were like, oh, I gotta go take care of this thing. And I'm just gonna take advantage of that. There's no board clears. Yeah, no, there's no Draconic Intervention like cards. Alright, so they just had to leave. This game went too long. That's my guess, because they could have come back. They had cards, like, their deck was not bad. They surely could have come back from that. I was not that far ahead. Well, 6 wins. Already feel happy? Let's see if we can get 7. Whew. But yeah, they could have come back from that. But yeah, Trickster Talisman, some early game, 2 White Dragons, and a Rime Shield Frost Giant. Alright, Adam. You and me. I have a kill spell on turn 2, if they're aggro. And I have a Ginny Windseer and the mana for Ginny Windseer. And I really hate mulliganing. So... no creature. I'm gonna drop 50 feet of rope. Honestly, I'm okay if they destroy this artifact. I don't like it, but I'm okay if they destroy this artifact. I'm worried if they were holding up, like, Burning Hands, and they were just like... Moon Druid. Alright. Clever Conjurer trades with Moon Druid, or I could use here something on watch. I think I like Clever Conjurer. Allows me to actually use the mana tapping ability to play Planar Ally prematurely. Or I could Ginny Windseer. And... have it. So we're going to take some damage if I do that. So I think we do block the Clever Conjurer. I think they offered the trade. Let's take their offer. I see no world where they don't play you hear something on watch. I'm going to take this opportunity to play Ingenious Smith. Try to make it look like I have no combat trick. Give a big ol' oops because I found no artifacts. And the big blowout is Bold Charge or whatever, so that would give it +2 toughness, which isn't enough to save it. And I only get 1 treasure token, which is good for me. Oof. Next turn I get Planar Ally. But yeah, they're playing a creature here. They have mid-game tempo, and so this is mid-game. I would be shocked if they had no tempo here. Yep, there's the owl there. And they needed to draw a land off of that. They did not draw a land. Ooh. Well, I'm going to start venturing, and you could start smacking me. I think that's an agreement we could come to. I just realized this is target wall, not target creature with defender, which is actually really funny. Alright, if they play a Pack Tactics card, I might just want to tap it down with 50 feet of rope. Nope. Start with this. Hey! White Dragon's fantastic. Do I want Spike Pit Trap? I think the answer is no. Probably should have scryed first, given that situation, but That's okay, I want to play Ginny Windseer no matter what. Doesn't get trampled, though. Which is all I need to know why Compelled Duel is a problem. So I just do that. Alright. Alright. So with White Dragon, I can turn this around and become the aggressor, if I want to. Let's start by attacking with both. Then I'm gonna tap down their owlbear, or their hoarding ogre. Yeah, their owlbear. And I'm gonna do blue. Hoarding ogre is actually the bigger threat here, but we are throwing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 damage in the air. So I'm assuming they have a combat trick, so I'm just gonna block like that. Next turn I could attack with Planar Ally and White Dragon, then just use 50 feet of rope to tap down their owlbear. That is scary. I want to be clear, that is very scary. That will allow me to threaten lethal. Let's see. Yeah, I think we go with that one. Because we need to just survive this turn. And we're gonna... That stays tapped down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, but we have a blocker. So I'd be surprised if they didn't just block with everything, or attack with everything. Alright. Goblins. That's a goblin. That's a human. That's an ogre. That's a dwarf. Alright. So I think I have to block Hobgoblin Captain to survive. Oh my gosh, I just realized Sylvan Shepherd actually as a roll, I think puts me in trouble. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If they see it. If they see it, I'm dead. Did not realize that roll also counted. I should have just not attacked with the White Dragon. Then I could block this properly. And probably survived. This was my mistake. I lost because of my mistake here. Much better to lose to your own mistake. But they might not see it. Still entirely possible because they have not moved it to blockers. It's also possible they disconnected, because you'd think they'd use it already. You'd think they'd at least pass priority. I'm going to bank that they don't see it. I'm going to block the Hoarding Ogre. 4, 5, 6. Yep, just was not able to stop their aggression in time. The White Dragon attacking was a mistake. Yep. Oh well. Oh well, we got 6 wins. I'm not going to complain about 6 wins. That was a good deck, sir. That was a good deck, Adam. You did well. Alright. Well, we nearly got to gold, but... I mean, in 2 drafts we nearly made it to gold. I think that's pretty awesome. So these things usually cost 1,500 gems, and we just got 1,800 gems. So, Again, more than happy. More than happy. If you're good at draft, if you're good at Premier Draft is the way to make all your money. I really should have looked at that deck as the last theme, but oh well. Oof. And you get a lot of booster packs, so you get a lot of the cards for this set, which is also nice. Deck of many themes. So I see it as a card advantage engine. That's what this card is. It's an expensive card advantage engine. The fact that it has that weird win condition is just like a theme. You don't really play for it, as far as I can tell. Because you need to roll a nat 20, and you need to have no cards in hand to do it. Yeah. Deck of Many Themes is a fun card. That's my first Mimic? Huh. Sorcerer class, nice to have. Nice to have a Sorcerer class. I do have a deck in mind with Sorcerer class. I'm not sure if it will work, but it's worth trying out. And it's only worth trying out if I get enough Sorcerer classes. Alright, and we got a Ranger class, which is like the best class in the format right now. Well, everyone, thank you so much for watching. This was a fantastic run. I really enjoyed it. I hope you all have a wonderful day.